Hey there, Ananian The Car Doctor. '07 Dodge Caravan. The EVAP system keeps setting a recurring P0440. It will not run the monitor. It runs the monitor, but it sets a fault, and it won't pass a small leak test via the NVLD, the leak detection pump. This is the violet white coming out of the leak detection pump, going to the PCM. This is supposed to send out a 5-volt signal. Let me show you a wiring diagram. Okay. We'll scroll back out. All right, we're supposed to see 5 volts on this going back to the PCM. That's the signal, that's the switch signal. This is supposed to be 12 volts solenoid control. This is power into the PCM off the fuse. This vehicle runs its EVAP test at night after hours. This is a key off engine, or this is a key off vehicle EVAP monitor run. This is when it runs the small leak test via the NVLD. I won't get into the details there. Bottom line, we're supposed to have 5 volts on this signal line, battery voltage here, and coming off the NVLD we have to have ground, all right, at G101. I found a few things wrong with this car. This car had a bad purge valve, legitimate bad purge valve. You saw it fail the test in one of the previous videos. The ground wire was relocated on the stud at the left front frame beam, or under the battery, that beam, that rail area there where the battery cable goes. I suspect this vehicle was in an accident because it was repaired poorly with a cheap ground lug. So I had to repair the ground. All right. I still had no 5 volts on the violet white. And I also noticed different colored wires. All right. I traced it down this morning. See the hole in the wire? That wire, I'm going to walk over to the car. Don't get dizzy. Came out of that connector. All right. Third one over. From the top right. 1, 2. The third one's empty. The fourth one's the pin I've got out. And the fifth one begins the next wire. Look what they did. Look at the poor quality of workmanship. This is the purple blue. Goes to green. Goes to yellow. Here's the yellow, which was connected to that purple. And it goes to green. I don't know what they were thinking. Just completely hacked and butchered together. Poor workmanship by any man's imagination. There's the PCM looking a little rusty. I did get 4.5 volts out of it when I fought my way through the corrosion using a pin-piercing probe. So we're hoping that this fixes it because that PCM is obsolete. And as well as the wiring harness. We could buy a wiring harness repair kit for about $300 from Chrysler and then reassemble this. But I'm thinking I can solder over the top of that and make this work. Look at the way it just rotted the hole right in the wire. That's because of the corrosion. So let me zoom in, see if we can get focus. You can see the little bits of green there, all right? So something happened here. This vehicle's 15 going on 16 years old. Something happened here over the life cycle. Sometimes you never know. You just got to sort it out and fix it. And that's that. I'm Ananian The Car Doctor. Let me get back to soldering. And I'll see you guys on radio.
Did you miss this week's full broadcast of Ananian The Car Doctor? Or maybe you want to hear certain parts of it all over again. Well, it's easy to do. Once the show airs, it then becomes a podcast. You can find it through all major podcast players and media. iHeartMedia, Google, Amazon Music, Spotify, and so much more. Use your favorite search engine and ask for Ananian Podcast. Watch what happens next. Need more Ron? That's okay. Look for Ananian, available via podcast, wherever podcasts are found.